Kaspa price update and price prediction. We're going to look at potential highs. How high could Kaspa go this cycle? I'm glad you asked. We're going to get to that in just a minute. But first, let's start off and look at this fib extension. This is where we're going to get that data from. Why here, right? Well, here's our start of our bull run. Our first major move to the highs. Then our first major sell-off, right? Okay, so we can take just from that move and we can get a lot of extra data going in through. If you just take one of these fractals from up here, you're not going to get very much, right? Your fib extension is not going to go very high. You want to know a big move, and I like the first move of a first cycle, right? You can do this with your coins as well. If Caspa's not your only guy, you can take it from the start of the bull run, and that first big move, that's a good place to start. You can get smaller projections on these swing highs to swing lows. Sure, that'll be short term. The long term, what you want for this cycle, I think the best bet is going from, just like we have here, the first initial move high to our lows. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Not only that, but look at how well this is kind of shaping up for Caspa, right? So our first move low, let's do a retrace, and I'll show you this real quick. So our first swing low to swing high here. Where do we reverse? Well, let's get this one out of the way for a second, and let's drag this over, right? So the swing high to swing low, usually on a Fibonacci, right? If you can hold the 0.5 level, the halfway point, as support, which we did, right, perfectly, that's going to really keep the bulls, the bigger bulls, in your favor. And that's a great sign for future things to come. And this is why Kaspa is one of the top coins in all of crypto. You might notice this is in blue. What the hell is this blue list? I'm glad you asked. If you followed any of our previous videos or our live streams, we rank our coins. So this is the strongest in crypto. As of this week, these change per weekly. Do I have any other lists? Of course. I have a red list. What do you think that means? Probably not so good. Blue list is the best. Green list is great. So you could think like A, B honor roll here. A plus students here. Orange, majority of coins are there as of right now. They're kind of just trying to find their footing. Not the best, not the worst. Speaking of the worst, the pink list. Why pink? It was the only color available and the worst color on the chart. Okay, so red list bad, pink list the worst, orange list okay, green list really good, blue list the best. And you can see not very many there. And again, these change per week. So follow us along, subscribe if you want to stay up to date on that. Okay, so getting back to Kaspa, right, held the 0.5, great sign, moved up again. Okay, now let's get back to our initial one here. Let's drag this back over to our high. And if you want just the tip right here, if you hold down control on your keyboard, it snaps right to it. So you don't have to, mess with trying to get it exact. And you want to be as exact as possible, okay? So having said that, let's make sure we have this, right, realigned, right, our low, right to the bottom of that wick. And I have this spread out so you can see the numbers. If you want to get really exact, you got to be right on it. So this is loose, very close, okay? All right, but what do we notice here? Our big move up, it didn't even stop at the 1618, did it? It went above it, and then look at what the magic did here. It held the 1618 as support. Again, a major bullish sign of things to come. So absolutely stellar. It can hold the 1618 as support on the move down in the moves after the initial one. Great sign. So you're here for the massive predictions, right? How high could we possibly go for Kaspa? Well, let's pump the brakes here first. A couple more things to show you, right? The Bollinger Bands, also another bullish thing where price action is above all your moving averages. And look, your Bollinger Bands are like the tightest squeeze in history, right? Going all the way back to the start of the bull run, the tightest we've been. At the same time, you're approaching range highs. Another great sign. Okay, so in order to do price predictions as accurate as possible, you want to know where you are. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's go to CoinMarketCap, and you can see your price here, right? And Kaspa is number 25 out of all of crypto right now by market cap, just over $4 billion. Okay, so you have to know where you stand. So if someone's throwing out 100x by Kaspa, you have to do the math on that. That's probably not going to add up real well for you. But could we do a 10x? Could we get to 40 billion? 15x, roughly a 60 billion market cap. Those seem relatively doable. Do they though? Well, let's go look. Let's go look at the top ranks on CoinMarketCap. And I would suggest do this exact same thing with all your coins that you have. Right? So the top, let's see what the top 10 does. So a 40 to 60 billion, 10 to 15x out of Caspa from here, even though it's already done significant amounts, still is not that obscene, right? Still get you in the wheelhouse, get you in the top 10. Now, also keep in mind, we haven't really had a true alt season. We're going to get to more of that in a little bit. But 40 to 60 billion seems still relatively logical and doable. Okay, so having checked that point, okay, now let's see our fib extension. What's the 2618? It's at 34 cents. Where are we now? 17 cents. So, quick maths, rough 2x, yeah, right? We can get there. Obviously, that would take us to around 8 billion. You got it. So, yeah, 100% move is a 2x, right? We all know that. So, what about, is there anything higher than the 2618? Of course. We have a 3618 and a 423. These numbers might make you a little bit more excited. So, getting to the 3618 is over a 7x away. Keep in mind, 600% is a 7x, not a 6x, like a lot of people get confused, right? That's over a 7x. The 423 at 275 is over a 15x from here, which gets us to that 60 billion level. 40 to 60 billion, somewhere in there. Knocking on the door of $3. Even from current prices. Doesn't seem impossible to me, based on everything we've talked about. So that looks to be what is potentially still possible for one of the best performers, right? The strongest charts in crypto. Why not? Well, who would you pick? One of the worst charts? Would you rather have a chart that you're investing in that look like that or like that? Because there are many in crypto that look like that and people are all in on. Don't do that. You want to follow the strong. Just follow the strength. If you want someone to lift off the car off of you, do you want Arnold Schwarzenegger, the strongest? Or do you want Johnny School Kid from 6th grade that can't lift his pencil, right? We got to have the strength. Make your coins the strong charts. And Caspa is one of the best. So maybe my opinion, per the chart, per everything else, I mean, strength is strength is strength. Caspa is there. So hopefully you found this somewhat helpful, mildly entertaining. Quote and card of the day. Also want to show you the altcoin season index. It's still Bitcoin season, right? Bitcoin's still well in charge. Looking at this chart, we keep track of this a lot in our Telegram group. So if you haven't joined our Telegram group yet, consider doing that. If you want more help navigating this cycle, Patreon. We do a lot of extra content there. Check it out. But we're down in Bitcoin season still. Now looking at the start of the bull run, we started to get Bitcoin lift off here back in 2023, had a correction back to Bitcoin season here, and then alt season kind of starts here, right? We had a mini, like alt week, alt couple of weeks, alt summer, right? That was early 2024, right? October, November, December, January, those were the good times in alts. They'll be back, but right now is not the time. We've started to maybe turn the corner, start the engines, but until we get back up in this level and take out our high here, get back in the 50s, alts are kind of on chill. So we're looking at Bitcoin dominance to follow that. You want to be mindful of that. And again, we talk about that every day in our Telegram group. So let's get to our quote and card of the day. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult. Do the hard stuff. All right, I think Les Brown had it even better than that, right? Les Seneca, right, thousands of years ago, smart dude. Les Brown, if you haven't followed him, right, you can, a lot of positivity and good messages from him. If you do what is easy, like your life will be hard. If you do what is difficult, your life becomes easy. All right, car of the day. Aston Martin Vanquish S. One of the slickest Aston Martins, production-wise. They make some good ones. We got the Vanquish S leaving us in the dust. Perhaps like we'd like to see Caspa launch to, I don't know, Vanquish S Valhalla. All right. I'll see you on the next one or see you in our Telegram group. Any questions, leave me a comment below. Hopefully you like this. Got a request on this on X? Leave me a message on X or Twitter or Telegram. What do you want to see next? What do you want me to make a YouTube video of? Happy to make videos out of any coins you guys want to see. Alrighty, thanks so much for watching.